Hey, my friends, welcome to the Quick Talk Podcast. I'm driving home from a T-ball game. If you have kids, maybe you've been to a T-ball game. It is hilarious to watch kids play T-ball. It's kind of how I picture all of us in a way, because whatever we're doing, even when we think we've mastered something, there's probably someone that could look at what we're doing and just kind of chuckle, not in a mocking way. Like, I don't laugh at T-ball because I'm making fun of them. It's like, oh, it's so cute. Look how hard they're trying. Like, they think they're crushing it right now, but they barely are doing anything correct. And the ball's flying all over the place and they're having fun. And kids are like taking their glove off and like putting it under their shirt and like not paying attention and wandering around in the outfield. It's just classic, right? Like all American baseball stuff. But it reminded me of business because, well, most things remind me of business somehow. There's so many metaphors everywhere. But it reminded me because, like in my company right now, I always tell my team, our goal is to move from chaos towards less chaos. And I just want to encourage you guys and remind you that it's normal for it to feel messy if you're growing, because, revenue is a stress metric. So if you're growing and you're booking more sales than you have in the past and you're starting to figure things out, it's going to put pressure. And what the pressure does is it exposes your cracks, and you're allowed to feel sorry for yourself for a minute. And I definitely have felt sorry for myself this year so many times with my software company, because we've had so many challenges, so many things, right? Disappointments, thinking this would happen, then the other thing happened or whatever. But really, when I look at it, like, we're growing. We're going to double our business at least this year. And we're going to, more importantly, fix all kinds of stuff. And we're going to learn and level up. And it's frustrating. And, I want it to be perfect, but this is how it works. So in all things in our life, there's pain when there's growth, and there's chaos when there's growth. So these little T-ball players, some of these kids are going to grow up and they're going to be absolute studs at baseball. Like, some of them are. Some of them will kind of be terrible, and probably because they don't put in the work, they don't go deep. But other people are going to latch onto it, put in the work, practice at home when other kids are playing video games. They're going to work out. They're going to go to the batting cage. They're going to, get obsessed, watch baseball on TV, learn the rules, study the game, become a student of the game. And then when they're in high school, it won't really be a surprise as to why they're so good. Although people in the stands will look at that kid and just say, wow, man, he's just really got it. He was just born with it, right? And I think for everybody that's quote unquote born with it, there's 100 more people that just put in exorbitant amounts of effort and focused effort towards being good at it. So chaos towards less chaos, massive imperfect action. I really do live by that stuff very imperfectly. And to tie it all together, because this will be a short podcast, it's really the way that our family operates too. Like, we have so many different family systems that I've talked about some of them. I know that you guys know I do special days with my kids, Maverick Monday and Sawyer Sunday, Tucker Tuesday, Finley Friday, and all that. But we have a lot of other systems, but our family life's crazy, chaotic, just stress all the time. We have 5 kids. What do you think it's like, right? We're not perfect, but we've built little systems to clearly communicate through the chaos. Like, one of our systems, this is going to be really silly and sound unprofessional, but we do it because it relates with our kids. So we have this concept called fresh start. So when everybody's arguing, or there's just a stress atmosphere in the room and everybody's just whatever, right? Like, I'm mad about something else, or I'm doing a business call and there's noise in the background and we're trying to load into the van to go somewhere and we're trying to do life, right? And it's just annoying and whatever. Anybody in the family at any time can yell out, fresh start. And that's like a flare gun of, all right, everybody push pause. Okay, cool. We'll all decide to instantaneously not be mad at each other anymore and try to have a fresh start. And so everybody has to say, fresh start, fresh start, fresh. Are you in? Are you in? And if you're really mad, you're like, no, I don't want a fresh start. And then we're like, come on, do a fresh start. Come on, do a fresh. And then we do it. And then it's funny. And it does a reset. It does a little reset. It's a practical system. And actually, we call it a fresh fart now because it's funnier. And we said it on accident once. So now that's what people say. So yeah, there's some high level business advice for you. But the principle of that, you could use it in business. You could do clear communication, understanding that chaos is normal. It's okay. You shouldn't live in chaos forever. You should be progressing towards less chaos. There should be progression and growth, or else maybe there's something broken. But in general, I was talking to my friend Mike, And he's been helping me through some crazy stuff and all kinds of complex business stuff that we're working on in the background. And he's a really sharp guy. And he's like, he's like just reminding me that it's okay. Like, it's normal. It's okay that there's, pain and that there's things not the way we want and things like that. So even I forget that. I do. When I think about you guys, it's easy for me to say, just relax. It's okay, right? But for myself, I forget too. So we're all human. It's all good. And you can't be a pro-level baseball player the moment you start playing t-ball. It's not the way that it works. There's not a shortcut. But I think it's okay that there's not a shortcut because we can enjoy the journey. And let me see, maybe to wrap it up, I'll give you some other family systems for all you family people out there. These are some things that we do in our household that are super cool. Number one, we have an exorbitant amount of dance parties. We have an actual PA system, not just like a stereo, like a PA on stands in our living room. Because when the kids get off the bus, my wife basically has a dance party almost every single day for at least 15 minutes. So I'll come home and people are just going crazy. It's super loud and it's really fun. And it's a good way to set the tone when everybody's kind of getting home to spend time together. That's her deal and it's amazing. We have another system called date night. So me and my wife will go on date night on Saturday nights. We have like a 3 to 4 hour block of time. That's been consistent for many years. Another system is the special days, Maverick Monday, Tucker Tuesday, all that stuff, right, for my kids. And none of these systems are executed perfectly, not even close. But I started doing those special days with my kids, being intentional about it, when my oldest son, who's 11, was about 3 years old. So for like 7 or 8 years, I've had Maverick Monday. He's my oldest, right? What kind of impact do you think that's made on his life? And I've missed tons of Mondays because of lots of different reasons. And that's okay. It's no big deal because I don't want it to become a ritual in the sense that it loses all its meaning. It's something to look forward to. We do lots of different things. Sometimes it's not much. Sometimes we'll drive around in my truck and he'll hang out with me and we'll just spend time and talk. Other times we do something really epic. It doesn't matter. It's there, right? It's talked about. Everyone knows about it. We've called our shot and put it out there. Same with date night. We've actually missed a lot of date nights this year. That's okay. It's okay. It's still there. Another system that we have is called Latimer of the Month. Our kids once a month vote for which kid should be Latimer of the Month. And I went online and I ordered one of those Employee of the Month plaques from some plaque company. It's got like the hardwood frame with the little spot in the middle of the frame where you can put a picture of the Employee of the Month. And then on the edges of it has these little brass plates that are engraved with the name and the month of the kid that won Latimer of the Month. And the kids vote. We have a formal dinner where we dress up and we wear like a nice shirt. My youngest usually wears a tie because he really takes it serious. And we vote. And then we cheer for the person. And whoever wins, the other people all say something they really think is awesome about that kid that won, right? It's really, really, really fun. It's super simple, and it's a big deal. They also win a $25 cash prize, and they get to pick the meal for the next Latimer of the Month ceremony, which has been a huge hit. And the 4 things we vote on are faith, character, work ethic, and leadership. So those are the 4 things. Who last month demonstrated the most leadership, work ethic, character, and faith, right? Who showed that? Who displayed that the most? And we vote, and it's awesome. And they win $25, and it's a big party, and it's really cool. We have all kinds of other systems too, but it's not perfect. And you can move from chaos to less chaos. And it's okay if your life feels like t-ball instead of baseball, because we're all going to get there, man. It's going to be awesome. So sorry, I'm recording this on my phone. That's the way it goes. But it's better for me to publish this and be more consistent than for me to say, well, I can't go back to my office today and record it on the normal mic. I can't put the intro and the outro of the podcast on here. I might as well not do it. No. Version done is better than version none. Remember that. Take care. Talk to you tomorrow. God bless.